Hi everyone, my name is Taiwo. Welcome to Data Sofa. Our topic today is to show you how to create Excel pivot table step-by-step tutorial in Microsoft Excel 2024. I'm going to show you the data set we have to use for today to create our dynamic dashboard with pivot table. So this is what we have. We have category name, product name, order date, order quantity, unit price, total price, subcategory name, and territory name. This particular data set comprises of 8 columns. As you can see, these 8 columns. Also, we have about 452 records. So this is what we have for this particular data set. Also, the additional data we are going to be using later on after we finish this first batch of this pivot table chart and dynamic dashboard is to use this one to add as additional. It comprises of the sales for year 2020 and 2021. So basically, in most cases in real life scenario, there's always requirement for reports. Before we go further, I'm going to show you the requirement for this particular report, which we're going to follow step by step. The report requirement for this particular tutorial that we're going to do today is to show you how to generate the total sales by year in pivot table and also create a chart, the total quantity of products by category name, the percentage of total sales by category name, the total sales by territory name, the total sales by subcategory, and also last on the list is to add slicer to the dashboard. So let's load our data set and start straight away. So it's loading. So the first thing to do is to press Ctrl T, and that Ctrl T will change our data set to table and automatically assign a table name, which is going to be table 1. As you can see, table 1, that's the table name. So the next thing to do is to insert a pivot table. To insert a pivot table, you click any cell within the table and go to insert. Click the arrow down on pivot table and select from table range. So the pivot table box appear. The most important aspect of it is 2 options that you can use here. You can either create the pivot table in the existing worksheet, but in most cases, to make it more comfortable, the default is the best way to do pivot table is to create it in a new worksheet, which I'm going to click OK. So our worksheet is automatically open. So to go further, I'm going to create additional 2 columns to the left of the pivot table. We highlight from the 2 column A, B, and right mouse click and click insert. So we have 2 columns to the left and 2 columns at the top. So this is just to make more space for your pivot table. Click the pivot table. So remember, first thing we want to create the total sales by category name, and to do that we have to select the category name and total price, and this is what we're going to do now. This is our category name. Click selected. You can see we have about 4 different category names for the data set: accessory, bike, clothing, component. And we click total sales price. This is a total price, more or less the same total sales. So grand total is 2,081,551 80p. So that's the total. So to generate column chart for this particular pivot table total sales, we click any of the cell in the pivot table and we go to insert, go to pivot chart, click on that and click pivot chart. And we want column cluster chart, which is the first one selected. We're going to click OK. And the first thing to do is to format this particular chart. So to format it, we have to remove all the fade button. hide all feed button. Right mouse click and click hide all feed button on chart. That's it. And this one, which is the legend, you remove it manually. So that's done. I need to remove all the horizontal line as well. I click, select all, then I remove it. So because of duplication, we're gonna come back to this title later on to give all of them, because we need 6 different pivot table and charts. So we're gonna duplicate all this before we start working on the rest. And before we go further, we have to work on this bar chart with gap. To do that, we double click and select this and go to the lesser the number of this gap width, the bigger the bar chart. So I'm going to give it 90. You can see it's bigger now. So basically that's what we need to do. So I'm going to change the border of this particular chart. To change the border, I'm going to come here, border, then we click the border. Always give my border under 2.5 or 3. I'm going to make this one 3, and I'll make it blue color, more color, then go to standard color selection, blue. So that's what I need to do. Also, I want to make this fill to be vary color by point. So as you can see, so all this is all what I need to do. This one has been done. So before I go further, in order to change the title of and the type of chart I need, I have to duplicate this into 6. So to do that, I'm going to go to my tab, click on my tab, press Ctrl down, then drag one, second one, drag to complete 6. That's it. And I come back to the first one. So I'm going to give it title, and the title of our first one. Remember, we've already do the selection of category name and total price. That's what we want for that one. From our pivot table, I'm just going to give it yes. And total sales by category name. That's going to be our title. That's for the first one. This is what we want. That is done. And the next one, which is sheet 2, you can see it's the same thing, but we're going to change this one, because what we want to achieve here is to create a bar chart that will give us the total price and the other year. So in order to do that, we're going to click our pivot table, then go to our pivot table field, remove category name, and add another page. So we just want only year. So as you can see, this is what we want. And the next thing to do is to change this chart to, and before we go for that, we have to change the title. And the title, as we said earlier on, is total sales by year, which is going to give to our title to be. That's it. And next thing to do is to right mouse click change chart type. Our chart type is going to be bar chart. And you go to bar, and we click OK. That's it, done. And the next one, which is the third one, is going to be, our third one is to create a cluster column chart for the total quantity by product. And the first thing to do, we change our title to so we align it to the middle, and we go to our pivot table field and change it to, we have to do selection of product name and other quantity. Product name, remove this, product name, other quantity. And what we need to do is already highlighted as we want. So this is what we want. We want the as a bar chart. This is what we want for this. So it's already done. That's it. This is all we need to do. We can also make our title to be bold. So we're going to do that. The same thing apply to the rest. Title to be bold. And also the first one is bold already. So the fourth one is going to be to create our do not spy chart to generate the percentage of total sales by category. And to do that, we have to select category name and total price. So click our pivot table field, category name and total price in percentage, and change it to do not price chart. It's already selected. So all we need to do is change with right mouse click on this pivot table and show value as percentage of grand total automatically change. Then right mouse click. Before we go further, we have to change the title percentage of sales by category. That's what's going to be our title. That's it. And we need to change right mouse click, change our chart to not proper chart. And another thing to do here is to call up two things, label and legend. That's it. Can make it a bit big and to maintain the same size for all of them. That's it done. Make it bold. That's it. And the fifth one is to create the total sales by territory name. First of all, change our title and go to our field and change our add territory name, remove category name and add territory name and give us what we want. You make our title bold, and also the next thing to do is to change our chart to line chart. Right mouse click and click change chart type. Go to line chart and select the first one. That's it. So this is what we want for this. It's done. Yes, that's it. So the last one, which is the chart 6, we come here, change to, because we want to create the total sales by subcategory, we click on effort table, remove category name and put subcategory name. So, and also we want to change the chart type to right mouse. Before you go for that, change the title, and the title will be the total sales by subcategory. It and make it bold. All you need to do is right mouse click, select change chart type, maybe. And what we need to do is to make it a bit smaller because we need to add legend and label. So, make it so that we can see our numbers. That's it. So all you need to do, everything is done. All the chart, this chart is completed. So that's it. That's chart number 6 completed. So the next thing to do is to create our, if you go to sheet 1 and right mouse click and click insert worksheet, and you see the worksheet, just click that. So our worksheet is changing the name to, we give it dashboard as the name of our dashboard. That's our dashboard. And what we need to do is select the entire cell, go to view, remove grid, go to home, and change this to light gray for your dashboard. And you need to give your dashboard a title, and our dashboard title would be Pivot Table Dynamic Dashboard Adventure Work 6 Summary. And you go to Insert, click the text box, highlight, and make the size big, bold, size 32, your line, expand it, make it bold, centralize, and make the color blue, text to be white. That's it. And position it to the adjacent of the page at the beginning, or sometimes moving it using the line until stretch towards the size it as you want. That's it. That is the title of our dashboard done. So, and the next thing to do is to bring all our charts from one. So you click and press Ctrl X to cut. Then the first we reduce the view so that you can see everything as it go. Go to the two, Ctrl S, bring it to the dashboard. Go to the three, click, cut, Ctrl X, bring it to the dashboard. And go to the number 4, click, cut, bring it to the dashboard. And add more space. Go to number 5, click, cut, bring it to the dashboard. And the last one, which is number 6, click, cut, bring it to the dashboard. These are all our 6. We're going to align them in such a way that we're going to have more space for our slicer. So all I need to do is select this first 3 by the right hand side. Go to Fill Format, align left, and do the same thing to this. Should align left, or align left, and also we can make format distribute vertically, and the same thing apply to this. Align, distribute vertically. You can see this aligns. This is what we want. In order to get more space for our dashboard, we need to move all this to the right. See the this is where we're going to add our dashboard. So under our dashboard, you click any of these and you go to insert slicer. So this is our slicer. We're going to use 5 different slicers for this particular task. Product name, category name and product name, subcategory name, territory name, and year or the date. These are our 6 slices that we want to add. We go to the position it to the left of the dashboard. We expand it and move the rest to that position. Select all of them because I want here to be at the top. And the person the name to be next. And make this slicer size. The width is 7 point. Make it 7.5 for all of them. So now three. Select all of them to have the same size. Press shift down, click one by one to select all of them, and go to slicer again and put the width size. So that's it, and align them to align to the left. That's it. Slicer is done. So basically, you want to shift the slicer to be aligned with the. That's it. Done. And the next thing to do is to connect all the slicer by right mouse click on the slicer, click report connection. You have 6 different charts and you have to make sure you select all the different charts for all the connection. Same thing apply to this, same procedure for the rest of the 4 slicer. Make sure you select all of them. Otherwise, when you are clicking, it's not going to filter. So it's very crucial. You select all the slicer connection to link to the chart. Yeah, that is number 4. Connection. The last one on the list, and put connection. That's it. We're going to test our dashboard. Everything is selected. As you can see, it's changing. So we have up to 2019. So for us to do further, as I said at the initial stage, before we go further, we're going to hide all these. If you press the first sheet 1, then you press shift, select all the one you want to hide, then you click hide. You see all of them disappear. So the next thing to do, we want to make additional data to add. For those of you that do like something like a weekly dashboard to create a report, if you want to add additional, let's assume this is where week says, which is for 2020 and 2021. We go to the end of the record, it's about 356 record, and you click here, the end of the record, and you make sure you click the end, and you go to column A2, press shift, click and press Ctrl C, and go back to your data, the original table, and go to the end of the table, make sure you're in A453, press Ctrl V, automatically added. So you click save, then you go back to the dashboard, go to data, and click refresh. You're going to see that 2019 will add, you see, automatically add. You see all the graph chart expand 2021 and 2022. So this is all you need to know how to do your pivot table dynamic by step-by-step tutorial. Come to data software to unleash your potential. The sky is limit. You can gain a lot of educative tutorial in our channel. So get in touch. So this is all you need to know about that for charts tutorial. And this was done in Microsoft Excel 2024. And we appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Try to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, you want to get in touch with us, you can email us at datasoftware2024@gmail.com. Stay blessed. Remains your style.